Alright, test test. Welcome, welcome. Hello! We are back, and we are running some more Barrows. Just took a quick break, watched some videos and cooked up a bunch more Crumbons, because I was running low on those. Where are we sitting for Blood Reds? Blood Runes 2,500, that's a good amount. I do want that Aram Staff, that would be sick. I want to see, if I do get Aram Staff, I think that would actually be a higher max hit for the air spells. I'd have to bring air runes for my spell, but that 5% magic bonus would be nice. But yeah, just going through another run of Barrows. Nothing special. Nothing too crazy. Just really hoping to finish off the Carol set. And then what I was thinking... was going for the Amulet of the Damned. Same stats as a Glory, but it degrades. And, can't be repaired. Unfortunate. But, Amulet of the Damned would be really nice for the Fight Caves with full carols. And the only thing we would really need is 80 fire making, I'm pretty sure. 80 fire making for the fire shades. Silver chest red. Yeah, fire shades. So for fire shades, we need 65 fire making and 80 plus combat stats is what's recommended. Fire remains can only be burned with magic logs or better. So, okay, it would be a grind. Definitely it would be a grind to, first, we'd have to, what am I at right now, 63? Do Winter Todd all the way up to, 80 fire making, and hopefully get some magic logs from Winter Todd that way, so I don't have to also level up the wood cutting to 75. Is it worth going for? I mean, I could spend a lot of time going for that, or I could just spend my time going for, like, a Glory. And I feel like the Glory would just be nicer to have. And 75 crafting isn't that bad. I definitely don't want to do the chartership method for going all the way to 75. So I gotta probably get on my seaweed farming. Gotta look up a guide on how to effectively seaweed farm, because I don't think it's that hard, but again, just maintaining the seeds is going to be a little bit difficult. I've really been slacking on the farming grinds, mostly because the seeds are hard to come by, and through PVM is how I get my seeds. I'm not going to pickpocket master farmers for Ranar seeds, that sounds horrible. But like General Slayer and PVM is where I get my herbs and stuff from, or herb seeds, even tree seeds, which is sort of, I guess right now, why farming's in a bit of a lull, because Barrows is not the best. It's good loot, but It's only runes, money, and Barrows gear. And the occasional elite clue, so. But once I get back into, like, some honest-to-goodness PVM, get back into Slayer a little bit, I'm sure I'll be able to get right back on that farming grind. Alright, Aram, give me your stick. Oh, that's just great. You get a large soda of your choice from McDonald's, but half of Australia is plunged into the abyss of hell. Do you accept? 75% say yes, 25% say no. 94k votes! Okay. Let's kill a few more creatures down here for the last little percent. 83%. Alright, that should be good. Show me something tasty. Oh, nothing. Excuse me. Okay. And potato with cheese and crumbles, and we're ready. And of course, I click up the ladder. Why wouldn't I? Okay. But Barrows is going to take a long time, and I've accepted that. Alright. Oh, we're gonna run out of run energy here. I should have been paying attention to that at the bank. Oh well. We might lose a couple pieces of food to some gas. And zoom. No, they missed. Nice. Ugh. I can't wait to get to Yama. That would be... There's so many good grinds that I want to do on the iron. I mean, the main grind clearly is like... I need to start really going hard into the farming and get all my raid supplies ready. Really got to go hard into herb lore for all my pots and shit. What else? What else? Really got to go hard into the herb lore, which shouldn't be that hard because I do have a lot of herbs stacked up. Kingdom of Miscellanea is doing work for me for getting my herbs passively. And then also, you know, farming, doing my herb runs, but also general PVM. But I feel like Kingdom of Miscellanea is really the big one for herbs for me. Easy Guthrie, or easy Darox. No one is scared of Darox anymore. Unless you're in PvP, then Darox is very scary. Because if someone has the balls to pull out a Darox set on you, you're fucked. You're not winning that fight. Easy game. Perfect. And on to Carol. Carol. Take some wind blasts. Easy game. We might drop prayer here, but that is okay. Yep. Prayer went down at the last second, but doesn't really matter. Gutton's in the tunnels. Nice. Ooh, 77 hit points. Alright. Oh, sorry, I was reading something. So I could have died there. Was not really paying attention. But Barrows is close to complete for me. I don't think I'm going to go for green log, because I really don't care about Torags. Actually, I've been fairly lucky to not get Torags yet. I'll consider that the upside. Consider that the upside of going dry is at least I haven't seen any Torags pieces. I mean, I've seen the helmet, but like hammers, chest, and legs, yeah, get out of here. I don't want to ever see that. Yes, I'm fearless. Which door opens? That door. Okay, we gotta go all the way around. Crypt rat. No, thank you. Skeleton, thank you. What's in here? Another skeleton. It's those doors, right? Okay. And I can have one more mob down here, I think. Just as a treat. Just one more mob kill down here, just as a treat. Crypt rat, that'll do. Open the door. And here comes Guthan. Oh. And give me your shirt, Guthix. Guthans, give me your fucking shirt or your pants. Nope. Although I am gonna have shitloads of death runes to charge my trident once I get that. And then, I think I'll go for the trident. Trident and the crossbow, like the moonlight crossbow, before I get into Zulrah. Trident. Well, I'd want the trident anyway for Zulrah, but so Zulrah's gonna be a big pit stop in the account, I think, because there's a lot of skilling grinds that I'm gonna need to get done if I do get Zulrah, like crafting, armor, weaponry, right? What do I need? 59 for Toxic Staff of the Dead. I don't think I'm going to get that. 59 for Trident of the Swamp. Okay, those are both fairly easy. But, like, what is it? Is it Fletching for the Blowpipe? Fletching, bow starts, crowd, other. Hunter Spear, Fletching. No? What is... where's the Blowpipe? Am I stupid? Alright, Toxic Blowpipe. It comes from... yeah, okay, level 78 Fletching. So, like, 78 Fletching won't be bad. The Fletching minigame's coming out in Varlin War Part 3, so that won't be too bad. Honestly, yeah, there's like those things, but when I do get to a Blowpipe, I am gonna want to start using Amethyst darts, and Amethyst is level 92, right? So when I eventually get to Zulrah, I'm going to have to go on a mining grind, like a crazy mining grind for those Amethyst darts. That's a ways off. But Blowpipe is definitely worth it, especially Amethyst darts. Amethyst ammunition for like anything is really, really good. Second Bis. And also, like, if I do start doing like raids, I can use the Amethyst darts, and it's not going to be great, you know, but use that and save up dragon darts for like better raiding. Like maybe use Amethyst darts at like Chambers of Zarek, because it's a little bit less important, and then I can switch over to dragon darts for like TOB. But I'd also have to find a good source for, like, that kind of ammunition. But the Amethyst is nice for just a consistent source of ammunition, which is going to be really, really nice. But, again, a long-ass grind. that's gear progression for 2023. Let's see. I'm looking at the here. I can pull this up though. Okay, we can do a bit of yeah, we can do a bit of this. And why am I going all the way around here? Like, okay, we've already got better gear than a lot of this. Rune crossbow, yeah. Ivan's, yeah. Piety, we still need to get. We got a magic comp, actually a magic combo from a magic combo from a clues. Okay, and then it's saying Black Mask I could go get right now, honestly, if I wanted to grind it out. Because I have the Slayer level for it, so I could just go grind out a Black Mask real quick. And then imbue it. And also, Dagonath rings. I don't know if I want all the Dagonath rings at the moment. But definitely the Berserker would be nice to grab. And yeah, you know, I've done this a bit out of order. I've got I'm getting Barrows before I'm getting the Infinity and Ranger boots, and also the Glory is gonna be rough. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, questing. Okay. 35 to 99 is glass blowing. Super glass weight, make charter ships, and then crafting battle staves. Alright, cutting gems. I could do gem rocks or that. Mining and a bit of crafting XP. That wouldn't be too bad. I mean, gem rocks are kind of annoying, especially if you don't have the diary. If you don't have the diary, gem rocks are awful. They're always crowded with bots. You're always getting crashed. And the bank is far away. The diary makes gem mining so much nicer because the deposit is right there. But here, Ironman, seaweed. Farming guy. Ironman C. Okay. All right. Well, we'll get to the more difficult grinds when we get there. I'm just thinking, like, every step we take along the path to unlocking these better items, it's building the account out. It's making everything stronger. That's what I love about old school, is grinding for one goal can help you with so many others that you aren't even thinking about. Right? Because, like, yeah, I want 75 crafting. I want 75 crafting for the so I can boost up and get the glory, right? But that's also gonna, like, let me use up all my dragon hides for crafting as well. Um, it's going to allow me to make, like, mixed hide, which is really good in certain situations. Like, I really should get on seaweed farming. I'll do that. I'll do that soon. I'm stuck in the Barrows prison. We're stuck in Dupe City. Alright, we gotta loop all the way around to that door. Oh, nope. Clicked the wrong thing there. Wasn't really paying attention. And another skeleton. Let's make it through. Oh. Okay, a little bit more. Those are the doors, right? Skip that rat. We can kill this bloodworm. I feel like I should go for the Bofa. Like, I might be cheeky and just grind raids until I can Bofa skip. Like, if I can get, because I'm gonna want a ZCB anyway, right? So I do want to get an armor crossbow. Armor crossbow would be sick. And then we take the armor crossbow to Chambers. And, like, yeah, technically, both is better, but, like, if I got a Dragon Hunter crossbow from Chambers, and I would, honestly, I have no problem just absolutely camping the shit out of Chambers for, like, months and months at a time to just grind out a T-bow. Because I've done so much Chambers on main, like, it's nothing to me. You can do Chambers all day, and I can't get bored of it because it's the best raid. You turn off your brain, and you click the boss, and sometimes there's mechanics, and sometimes you're literally just thieving for like a couple minutes, and then you go to the next room. Or maybe you can like plant a bush and make potions for like a couple minutes while you're prepping. Like, Chambers is really nice to me because of the, like, slowness of it. Because you're not, like, sweating every single room. Like, TOB is really fun, but it's also really stressful. Like, I have to be peak performance every room, and every room has, like, a bunch of little things to remember, like, oh, it's Nilokis. Okay, I gotta watch the waves and remember which ones are gonna be doubles. And I gotta click the doubles fast enough because they can flicker off. Or like, Sarpus is pretty simple. But there's also like decision making of like, oh, we're at Soat and we're at Soat and I'm getting the big death ball. Are we gonna split it or are we going to tick eat it? Or, you know, there's a lot of really harder decision making in TLB than I think Chambers. Because Chambers is really just shoot the boss and you win. And then at Ulm, it's like, okay, if you can set head and skip specials, that fight is so fucking brain dead. You just click yellow, don't spread the burn, and don't stand where you're gonna be hit by things. It's so simple. Let's see what this guy says. I'm looking at like different Ironman progression things. Early game. Okay, you got your climbing boots, your Amy strength, your dragon scimitar, your Nezzy helm, your Barrows gloves, fighter torso, and dragon defender. Early game ranged is Ava's devices, magic, imbued magic, short bow. Okay. Black dragon hide or blessed dragon hide. Okay. And then a rune crossbow. Blessed D-hide would be really nice. However, have you considered Carol's? Early game mage, rune pouch, got it. Ivan staff, got it. You got your ancient staff or master wand. Master wand clearly being preferable, but I don't really want to grind out a master wand and bones to peaches and infinity boots. That seems like a horrible waste of time. At least not all at once. Okay, and then the final things to finish up early game are the Glory, Slayer Helm, Berserker Ring, Fire Cape. What's this? Is that Mage Arena 2 cape? Yeah, Mage Arena 2 cape. And the Arclight. Pretty close to Arclight. I mean, just need a few more shards from the catacombs, and we're there. And this guy's like, oh, mid game, you got to go for the Bofa right away. Bofa maybe. I'm still on the fence about the Bofa. Because, like, you see those horror stories of people going, like, 2-3k drive for the Bofa. And I don't know if I have the mental fortitude to do Corrupted Gauntlet for that long, because each kill is so long, and it's a 1 out of 400. Of course, like, equal chance to get it on, like, 2 as if you were... Same probability. Well, no, absolutely not the same probability, but... You know, for every person who goes 3k dry, there's someone who gets it on 3k C, right? So I think I'll just, like, not focus on the horror stories. Expect to go, like, a little bit dry, and hopefully get it, like, in a reasonable amount of time. And also, CG is just really good loot. CG is really good loot. For no requirements whatsoever. And I think that's sort of what's appealing about it to Irons. And also, it's sort of what's appealing about Barrows for me right now, is I'm not using any prayer pots. I'm only using food, and food is really easy to get for me. Just, you know, put on a YouTube video and go fish some Karamblons for an hour, and then we're ready to go back to PVM. Ugh. But what else? What else has this guy got? Okay, recommending both full crystal armor, Chally, which is, you know, really good. Crystal shield, again, very good. And optionally, the Blade of Saldor. I don't know if the Blade's really worth it. Could be. Maybe. I mean, Blade is kind of outclassed by a lot of things. Even, like, in the mid-game-ish area. I mean, Nox Halley is definitely end-game. That's really high-level Slayer. But Nox Halley beats the shit out of Blade of Saldor, like, every single time. It's just so much nicer. So, probably knocks Hallie over the Blade of Salvor. Mid-game melee, Zami Spear, yeah, Bandos and BGS, yeah. Blowpipe, Magic Fang for the Trident of the Swamp, and also Cert Helm. Okay. And then you're gonna want the Onyx Necklace, the Fury Amulet, is it? Yeah. Gotta get the Fury, and then moving on to Zenites, and then it's recommending Rune Boots and Dragon Boots, then a Whip, and then upgrade the Whip to a Tent Whip, and then it says to go for your Barrows gear. Well, guess what, bucko? I want the Barrows gear now. Aram, give me your staff! Give me your staff, Aram. If you don't give me your staff, I'll come back and kick your ass. Again. Oh, he's kicking my ass. Alright. Let's see. What do we get? Nothing. 423 chests. We'll see some more. We'll see some more chests. We'll see something. I'm not ending stream until I get a drop. So we'll I hope that the drop that we get is not a dupe. If we do get a dupe, I'll consider still, you know, sticking around, because I do want a unique item from here. Really want to finish Carol's set, and really want to finish Varrac's set. Those are the big ones. Anything else would just be a bonus. At that point, no real need to stick around after you get the Carols and Varrac's. I mean, Guthans would be really, really nice, and I'm hoping to get that sort of as we go for the other stuff. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. And then looking at this, I mean, looking at the Ironman gear progression, it's like, yeah, I could go do Bandos for that strength bonus gear, and it would be nice. Or I could get, you know, Blood Moon, grind Barrow, or grind Chambers for all the shit that I want from there. And honestly, I could really early on go to Yama. Like, as soon as I get my Demon Bane weapons going, you know, Yama becomes really viable to do. And I could just do straight up Bandos skip. I mean, I would still... It would still be really nice to go for Bandos Godsword. Bandos Godsword would definitely be sort of the play if I was going to Bandos. And then also, if I would go to Yama, then the Bandos components would just be for eventual Torva. But that's a long ways off. But I'm thinking Blood Moon is going to be just fine for a long time. I don't really see myself running into problems. Don't see myself running into problems using Blood Moon, except that it's really expensive to repair. What is the repair cost? What's the repair cost? Okay. 1.5 mil. For... Oh, that's horrifying. 1.5 mil to repair the Blood Moon. Yeah, that's scary. So, it's gonna hurt, and we're going to... going to have to spend a lot of money repairing it eventually. But hopefully by the time we're at the point where we need to repair the Blood Moon, we can actually have a good, consistent moneymaker. Yeah, and then you can repair it on the armor stand, but at 99, the price is 750 coins to repair it, which is still not great. I mean, every smithing level helps reduce that price a little bit. So, you know, it's worth grinding. And also, I need 75 smithing anyway for the zombie axe. Right, that's one. Let's two of the brothers down. Sorry, I'm clicking over on my other screen to look at some other Ironman gear progression guides. But let's here. What do we got? Okay, your standard climbing boots, strength Amy, into some magic gear, into. Huh? It's saying get the B ring early. The Berserker ring seems. Oh, praying wrong. Piety, definitely. Post Araxor Ironman PDM combat progression. Okay. So this guy's already, like, well into the account. Because it's like, okay, get your Nezi helm, get your Piety, get your Book of the Dead, and then get maxed construction. Like, yeah, that's definitely fucking doable at that point, the account. Hell yeah. Then they're saying Elite Void, which is fine. Infinity Boots, and you know what? I gotta look at this. I gotta... Because, like... Okay, I want to go for the Odium and Malediction Ward. Odium Ward is the green one, so Malediction. Malediction Ward, OSRS. Malediction Ward is 2% magic bonus, -8 in all melee styles, +12 in magic, -12 in ranged. And then defenses is 50, 52, 48, 15, 0, and 2% magic damage. Okay. And then Mage's Book, SRS. Mage's Book is better attack bonus, same defense bonus, well, same magic defense bonus, but not like for the melee stats. Yeah, Malediction Ward has defense on the melee stats, which makes sense because it's a shield. But Mage's Book is slightly better attack bonus. I don't know. Between Malediction Ward and Mage's Book, I'm not sure which one I'm leaning more towards. I'm thinking Malediction Ward just because I'm gonna go for the Odium anyway. And the Odium is likely to get me, you know, spoon me some pieces of the Malediction. You know, not really going for it directly, but hopefully, like, while I'm getting the ranged one, the magic one just sort of pops in, makes its appearance, which would be really nice. But I've got a lot of grinds. And I really like this approach to playing the game, playing as an Iron, where I'm much more focused on, like, grinding for gear than just, like, getting the content unlocked. Because it's like, yeah, I know I can get the Fire Cape right now if I tried. Like, I can get the Fire Cape. I could go finish Dragon Slayer 2 or Monkey Madness 2. I could do any of these quests, like, with the gear I have right now. But, like, the fun that I've been having is, like, well, I could do it right now, but it would be a lot easier and a lot more fun if I just grinded out the gear. And I'm, like, Arims. I'm gonna want Arims anyway. Like, why would I wait, like, put off the grind for Arims until after, like, like, Song of the Elves, where it's gonna be really useful for that boss fight. I'm gonna want Arims anyway, might as well get it now, you know? Same thing with Guthans, I guess. Guthans isn't really good for any boss fights, per se. I mean, it is. It is for, like, sustain and things like that. Or, like, I would really like to bring Guthans to Dagonath Kings, so I could just heal off the guys around the sides and farm Rex. Basically farm Rex until my anti-poisons run out. That would be a really nice option. So Guthans would be nice to see right about now. Damn it. But yeah, it's like, why would I put off the grind for the gear? I'm gonna do the grind anyway, and I might be, like, slightly less efficient doing it now than I would be doing it later. But the sooner I get it, the longer I use it, the more use I get out of it. So I'm thinking, yeah, Malediction Ward. If I get the pieces while going for the Odium, then I'll make it. If not, then I might go for the Mage's Book, because Mage's Book is technically a little bit better. Not on defensive stats, but, like, who gives a shit about defensive stats? You're maging, you're not going to be hit by melee. Like, unless you're butterflying and you fuck up, right? You're not going to get hit by melee. Melee defense doesn't matter on mage gear so much. And Odium Ward is, like, really, really good. Odium is a very, very good item. 4 range strength in the offhand slot for, like, something you can get from fairly easy bosses to grind. Scorpia is annoying, but, like, still fairly easy and consistent to grind. Yeah, so I don't know if I'm gonna go for the Odium Ward, like, right away. After this, because I did want to go for the Infinity Boots, and Infinity Boots are going to take a while and a bit of GP, and then after Infinity Boots, Ranger Boots, I'm pretty sure I'm going to just go really hard into medium clues after Barrows is done. Yeah, I took my potato! Why do you gotta take my combo eats? Like, I have a whole inventory full of Karambwans you can take, but you decide to take my combo eats instead. Fucking assholes. But let's actually see. Medium Clue Casket. Medium Clue Casket, you get, like, 3 to 5 rolls. So let's average that out to 4. So 1, 1, 33. Because Ranger Boots are 1 in 1,033 divided by 4 rolls per casket. Okay, so 1 out of 283.25 caskets. Okay, that's not horrible. I mean, medium clues are generally quick to do. And I feel like I'll enjoy them. Let me scroll through here, see, like, what all I could get. You know, the Guthix, Armadillo, and Bando, you know, the God Cloaks would be neat. I mean, sort of. They'd be okay for, like, God Wars, I guess. Boater hats, kind of useless. Headbands, kind of useless. Crier hat, useless. Cabbage round shield, yada yada yada. Bunch of cosmetic stuff, nothing. None of the uniques besides the boots are that great. There's only like 3 boots that are really worth it. Manacles, Holy Sandals, and Ranger Boots. So I'd like to get all 3 of those. However, we'll see. Mainly just going for the Ranger Boots. If I don't get the Prayer Boots or whatever, I won't be that upset. And then there's, like, you know, general low-tier alchables. Not really that huge a fan of that. Bunch of runes you could get. Nothing incredible there. And then lobsters and swordfish. That's fine. And then the shared clue scroll log is where I feel like a lot of the better items would come from. Master Scroll Book. You know, Charged Dragon Scroll. Charged Dragonstone Jewelry Scrolls. Purple Sweets would be nice to have a big old stack of Purple Sweets. I mean, I don't really have a good way to restore run energy, but again, I don't think I would be using Purple Sweets for that, because Purple Sweets definitely would be used for, like, solo chambers and shit like that. And then you got all of the god pages, and we can make a couple god books, which would actually, the god books would also be really nice for God Wars. And also, god books are really good for taking into the wilderness. Just, like, any gear that's free and has, like, somewhat... Any free gear with stats on it is good for the wilderness. If it doesn't cost you anything and it has stats, it's good. Alright, our prayers out. Just tank these. Alright. Crazy Archaeologist. Crazy Archaeologist is definitely going to be the easiest to grind out. No elemental weaknesses. Low magic defense. Yeah, I think the move with Crazy Archaeologist is just running out there and the budget gear I can find with, like, the Ivan staff, and just grinding it out there. And then just you know, it should be straightforward to get the Malediction Shard from there. Very simple boss. Same thing with the Chaos Fanatic. Chaos Fanatic is also pretty simple. Pretty easy. Scorpia is not even that hard. The problem with Scorpia is it's in the deepest, darkest, most horrible multi-zone in the game. It's right in between the Wildy Lever and Rogue's Castle. Like, either way you go, you're running into a PKer, right? No matter which way you go, you're running into a PKer. And there's no good teleports out. You gotta tank your way through. I mean, if you're lucky, you can, like, pay to get into the Wilderness Resource Area. If you brought a lockpick, you might be able to get to that shack. But it's really hard to get out of there if you are spotted by PKers, so. I think I will definitely be bringing an account as a scout there if I am. The Scorpius can be the hardest part of getting those wards. So I really hope I really hope I spooned that shit early, because Scorpia is a pain in my ass. I mean, I did Scorpia back in the day for the pet. Did 900-ish KC for the pet, and it was horrible. I mean, PKers that deep are relentless. And it's multi, so you're absolutely fucked if a team finds you. Alright. Let's see if we can face tank Darox. Alright, Darox. Go, Yumi, your pretty purple face. And you're gonna hit all zeros, right? Because you're a big wimp. And I'm an absolute tank, and you can't do shit to me. Right? Is that what I'm hearing, Darox? Because I feel like that's what you're saying to me, is that you can't even touch me. Is that you're a big dip, and I win, and give me pants. Ah! No! Oh no. Torax! It happened. Oh no. Wrong item, my friend. Jeez, okay. We're now 2 out of 3 on Torax. Although that means nothing, because, like, what the hell? What is even Torax's special effect? What is Torax's armor set bonus? Torax the corrupted set. Okay. Special effect, corruption. Successful melee attacks have 25 chance of lowering the victim's run energy by 25%. Similar to the Abyssal Whip special. Like, who would ever use Torax? For anything? Like, oh no. Well, that's kind of a trash piece to get, but at least it's a unique. Torag, you go into the pile of shame. Right? Look at that. Exact same stats, except this one's cooler. Right? Like look at this. Torags. Here. Let's remove some of this stuff. Oh, look at that. Torags. It's got, like, friggin' horns on its belly or whatever. And then you throw on the Darox and you're like, hell yeah. Look at that. It's got spikes on the shoulder. This is a cool armor set. It's got the back opened up, and then you put on the Torags and you're just like, ugh. Unnecessary hate for the Torag set, but, like, come on. Come on with that shit. Give me some Arams. Give me the... I've been asking for Arams for, like, the past 200 chests. And all you've given me is Aram skirts. Alright. I also, you know, there's a lot of PVM grinds that I want to do. I feel like I need to balance it out between, like, PVM, minigame, skilling. And then maybe clues. Clues is like a 4th category, right? So, PVM clearly right now is Barrows. Minigame would be Mage Training Arena. Clues would be medium clues for the boots. And then skilling is definitely Hunter. I need Hunter up to 75, so that's my, Oop, wrong button. That's definitely the grind that I need to really focus in on the most, is that 75 Hunter. Because... Hunter crossbow. Hunter's Sunlight Crossbow. Super good item. With really easy to attain ammo. Needs 74 fletching. And 72 hunter. And then, what do I need for moonlight? Moonlight bolts. Moonlight antler bolts, you need 72 fletching, 66 range, and you need 91 hunter. So that's a ways off. But sunlight hunter ammo would be really nice. Sunlight antler bolts. Drop the rotten food. Range strength 55. Range strength doesn't sound good, but you gotta remember that the hunter crossbow is 3 tick, so that could be good. I mean, sort of a baby blowpipe. Not quite to the same level, but like. Me misclicking all over the place. But like sunlight antelope antlers, 55 range strength, and the option to use an offhand. I don't know. It'll be good. It'll definitely be a good item to get. And then the big one is Moonlight Moth mixes at 75 hunter, I think. Let me get this next Barrows Brother set up, and then I'll look up the level for a Moonlight Moth mix. Right. Moonlight Moth, yeah, 75 hunter. Okay, and this is something that I need to ask, because if I'm gonna be using the Moonlight Moths for prayer potions for a lot of stuff, I'm definitely gonna be using them in the wilderness, and that comes with a problem, because the Moonlight Moth will actually heal people near you if they have Accept Aid turned on, or it'll restore their prayer points. So I could, if I would, panicking, just like trying to survive, and I accidentally give this guy a free prayer dose from the Moonlight Moth. So that could be a strat. That could be a problem that I run into if I accidentally restore a PKer's prayer with a moth. I don't know if it will happen. I just know that it can happen. Oh man, Torag is busy today. A lot of people killing Torag. And we got Darok in the tunnels, so I'll try to safe spot him. I mean, last kill, we just face tanked him and he hit zeros the whole time because he's a big wimp. But, I'd rather safe spot him. But Moonlight Moth Mix is definitely the way to go. Until, like Deep Slayer, like level 70 plus Slayer is when, like, I feel like I'll start actually getting Renar seeds more consistently. Ranars and Snapdragons. And those are very hard to come by at the moment. Like, I'll get it if I get a Trolls task. I might get, like, 1 Ranar seed for, like, 150 Trolls. And if I'm, it's just not consistent at the moment. I really gotta start doing higher level Slayer to really get those seed drops. Unlock things like Turoths and, or what is this? What are they? Kuroth? Not Turoths. Maybe they are. I can just look. Monsters. Not Basilisk, not Basilisk Knights. It is Karask. That's what I'm thinking of. Karask are good for herbs as well. So Slayer's definitely gonna be. I put Slayer on hold. Mostly because I got a Worms task, and for the Worms task, I'm gonna need prayer, and so Slayer's currently on hold until I get 75 Hunter for the Moonlight Moth mixes, which really I could grind that out in like a day or two. I just found this nice little interlude here where I can do Barrows without any prayer gear or any prayer potions. So like, I want to do PVM, I want good gear. Barrows can give me good gear. And all I need to do is fish Trombons, basically. And then, every once in a while, you know, go to the Warriors Guild, get some potatoes, go to Fort Phasmatis, get some bolt racks, you know. The supplying is really easy. Ooh! Airok's angry. But, his max hit's like a 56. Ooh. But he is inaccurate, so just count on that. And we'll kill one more skeleton. Just to get that percentage up a teeny bit more. Didn't they revamp, did they revamp the drop table for Scorpia? I don't know. Scorpia. Yeah, Malediction and Odium Shards. Same. I wonder why Odium Shards and Malediction Shards are so cheap at Scorpia, because I feel like Scorpia is the more difficult boss to kill of those 3 wilderness bosses. I mean, the drop table does look a little bit better. They got dragon equipment on there. They got a bunch of alcohols. Some good rune drops. I mean, 100 to 150 death runes, 100 to 150 blood runes. That's really good. Grimy Quarum. Kind of dog shit. Don't care about Quarums. Dwarfweed, also don't care. Torstals, like, okay. What are Torstals for? Yes, I know what a grimy Torstal is. What are actual Torstals used for? Oh, super combats. Okay. I knew they were used for something. I just didn't know. So Torstals are actually pretty nice. And then grimy Snapdragons, 4 to 7. That's decent as well. Uncut Ruby, Uncut Diamond, Runite, Dragon Javelin Head, and Onyx Bolt Tips. Like, all decent stuff. And then Wilderness Crabs Teleport. I don't know what that does. When it brokens, teleports the player to the Dark Crab fishing spot in level 33 Eastern Wilderness single-way combat zone, southeast of Venenatis. Okay. So it's not the wilderness resource area, but it is a place to fish dark crabs in the wilderness. Okay. Lighted superstores, nice. Lighted anglerfish, nice. And then just raw coins. Yeah, I mean, the drop table for Scorpia looks better than it used to. Well, it's still not exciting. Odium and Malediction are, like, same rate as other stuff. So I'd have to see. I'd have to see which is. I'd have to just hopefully get Spoon there because I do not want to spend a long time at Scorpia. Then, of course, Scorpia Pet at 1 in 2016. Easy, easy. Kill Scorpio without killing her Guardians. That's easy. Freeze them and get Scorpio away, and then... I think if they despawn, it doesn't really count as them dying. Kill Scorpio without taking any damage from her. Okay. Kill Scorpio 10 times. Okay. Kill Scorpio 25 times. Okay. I can't reach that is probably, again, an easy one to do. Just freeze Scorpio where she is. Okay, all those combat achievements seem really doable. Actually, let me see what would like a minimum Chambers raid setup look like for me. Minimum Chambers raid setup. I'll tell you what I would really want for, well, clearly we need the hammer. Okay, let's actually start making notes. Shush. Raids 1, check. I would really like a Zami Hosta. Zami Hosta would be really nice for Chambers. Let's not call this check. Let's call this wish list. Raids 1 wish list. Okay. What I would really like for melee gear would be Zami Hosta. Clearly, we need the D War Hammer. Zami God Sword. Zami God Sword as well for the Mutadial. It's just very nice to have the Mutadial. Doesn't save a bunch of, I mean, it does save a bunch of time, but it also saves a lot of supplies. Zami Godsword is just super strong at mutas. Let me see, unless... Actually, I should just go to the We Do Raids. We could just go to the We Do Raids Discord and look at their minimum gear requirements. Where's this? We Do Raids. Then Cox. What is it? Cox. Room resources. Cox gear setups. Okay. Okay. Minimum rebuild setup. No, we want core setup. Okay. Dragon Hunter Lance would be really nice, but that's a long way off. That's a Slayer. That's a whole big Slayer grind away, so... maybe we're gonna have to wait on the Dragon Hunter Lance. Definitely want it, and it will be a really good weapon. However, you see, 90, what is it, 92, 95 Slayer? What is it for Hydras? Uh, yeah, 95. Yeah, so I do think I'm probably gonna make it to Chambers before I'm 95 Slayer on this account, unfortunately. So we will not have access to the Dragon Hunter Lance um, when we start raiding. But like, I love Slayer, man. I'm gonna do a shit ton of Slayer. Doesn't really matter what anyone says. I'm gonna get Slayer all the way up. And I'm gonna get all the Slayer. I'm gonna get all the uniques from Slayer. I'm gonna get all the primordial crystal, all the crystals. I'm gonna get all the boots from Grotesque Guardians. I'm gonna get all the Slayer boss drops. The nice thing about it is, I only need to do the Slayer bosses until I get their uniques, right? I don't need to be stuck there for the pet grind, because that shit's for the main. If I want to spend hours and hours wasting resources on a boss, I'll do that on the main, because pet grinding is for dummies who have resources to just throw in the garbage can. Which was me for a while. We need Titans, Rare Scrolls, Titans Prayer Scrolls for like the baby rigor and augury. Okay. Lightbearer would be nice. Lightbearer would be nice to get. So I'll consider going for Lightbearer. Mage Arena 2K is like obvious. I don't need to put that one down. I could go for a crystal bow, or what I'm thinking is the Arma crossbow. Crossbow. What else? What else would be good? Toxic Trident. Those are the big main weapons. And then Odeon Horde for ranged, clearly. Then we're also going to want Malediction Ward. Malediction Ward would definitely be good. And then, I mean, like, could camp Barrows Gloves, but Zenites would be nice. I could definitely start raiding with just, like, here, yeah, I could definitely start raiding with just a Fury Amulet. And then what else? Lightbearer would be really good to get. Ooh, what else? What else? I mean, a lot of Dragon Bolts. I mean, yeah. Dragon Bolts are kind of hard to grind. I guess we could do a bunch of, just grind a shit ton of Vorkath for him. Because I gotta look up, like, What exactly drops Dragon Bolts? Dragon Bolt's unfinished. Okay. Chest from the Ancient Vault. Forgotten Lockbox from Yama. Chest from Fortis Coliseum. Vorkath post quest. 50 to 100 bolts at a rate of 2 in 18. Phantom Muspa. 89 unfinished bolts at a rate of 2 in 1 out of 23. Next, no given drop rate, but 112 to 90 at a common rate. The Leviathan, either 150 or 225, depending on perfect kill status. 1 in 50. Adamant Dragons, 15 to 20, and Rune Dragons. Okay, so like, Vorkath, Muspa, and Leviathan. Those are like all good bosses I want to grind anyway. Problem is, if I'm grinding them with... Yeah, I'm going to be using ranged for all 3 of those bosses. And, you know, you got to spend money to make money, but like... I don't want to be using my S tier best, like, raid level in-game bolt ammunition to get more ammunition, right? Seems kind of counterintuitive of, you know, not really saving any money at all if I'm doing that. But, yeah, Dragon Bolts, they seem doable. We can do it. 122 strength, and then we need a lot of rubies. Opal, ruby dragon bolts, and then you enchant them. Then you get ruby dragon bolts E, and ruby dragon bolts E have still 122 range strength. Okay, but the ruby dragon bolts are very, very strong, especially against against all sorts of bosses. Okay, so Zami Hasta, hell yeah. D Warhammer, hell yeah. Zamorak Godsword. I mean, I could do without it. We could just have someone else on the team be the freezer at Mutas. But I like having the ZGS. It's one inventory slot. I never use that much food in chambers anyway. And, you know, everyone's either on... When I do chambers, I camp Lunars. Lunars is definitely the meta. I mean, if you're speedrunning, you could make the argument that Arceus is a better spellbook. And I would definitely agree, especially if... hold on. I would agree that Arceus is a better spellbook for chambers if you're doing... Especially if you're doing solo. At that point, it's, like, required. Nearly required that you use Arceus. Or at least Lunar's into spellbook swap. Lunar's spellbook swap is kind of sweaty, though. And you're taking up a lot of space with those runes. So, probably better to just have it as Arceus the whole way through. But yeah, the common practice for CMs is a bunch of people on Lunars, because Vengeance is just huge throughout that whole raid. Every room you can Venge something for like 70 damage. Especially on Vasa. It's so cool to, like, a team of 4 goes in and you get 370 Venges off on Vasa right away. That shit's amazing when that hits. So yeah, I really like Lunars for chambers. So I'll definitely have to do some rune crafting and shit to get all my astral and cosmic and all that shit. For because when I do chambers, I take in vengeance and humidify, and also pot share. Pot share is also good there. Not as impactful as somewhere like Theater of Blood, where pot share is like really good. But pot shares, it's just nice to have. You know, although I don't know if pot share is usable on an iron. Might not be. Okay, what else? What else in this setup could I aspire to? Dragon Pickaxe, definitely. E-pick. You're gonna want the Dragon Pickaxe anyway, but also Dragon Pickaxe is huge for raids. Oh, god damn it. Where'd the door move to? Just moved back there. D-pick. Dragon Warhammer. I mean, BGS would also work. Say D Warhammer / BGS. But like, the route I'm thinking of allows me to sort of avoid doing bandos for a while until at least I get some decent upgrades. Because I'm gonna have to solo all the God Wars bosses. Like, okay, soloing Kriara is a pain in the ass because Kriara hits like a truck, and you eat all. Where is Aram? Did Aram not spawn? Hello? Did I leave Aram trapped somewhere? Okay, that's weird. This is odd. Where is Aram? There he is. You were hiding from me. You didn't want to come out of the box. But yeah. What? Rebuild 6. I'm trying to think. Show me something good, please. Nothing. Nothing at all. Fang at Ulm would be bad. Yeah. Fang at Ulm would definitely be worse than some alternatives. But Armor Crossbow and Odium Ward, super nice combo. Toxic Trident, Malediction Ward, super nice combo. Zami Hosta and Dragon Defender, also super nice. And then, like, at that point, glove slot, I could just camp Barrows gloves the whole way through. Because I don't think I'm getting Zenites. I mean, here's the problem. Like, I could be getting raid ready for years. I could be like, oh, I don't have Biss yet. Oh, there's still a solo grind I could grind for Biss. That would be really cool if I had all my Zenites. And then I'll be grinding crafting for a month because you know, demonic gorillas. And then it's like, oh well, I want to do Zammy. Okay, well if I want to do Zammy, I'm gonna need some Demon Bane weapons. Okay, well that means I need to do tormented demons. And it's like, okay, and then spend a couple weeks at tormented demons just grinding them out. Um, and then it's like, oh, I need my trident, so I gotta do Slight. Like, I'm not saying it's gonna be fast, um, but each step is a big step towards raids. And I feel like keeping Chambers of Zarek as like my goal. Fuck you, they took my combo eat again. But keeping Chambers of Zarek in as the goal would be ideal. And also, like, if I do get all the gear I need for doing Chambers of Zarek, I'll be pretty well set up for the other raids too. Like, not everything is one-to-one between them in terms of gear setup, but like, oh yeah, I should probably also add blow hype. Blowpipe is good for a couple rooms and in chambers. I mean, when I got a T-bow, I stopped bringing um the blowpipe. I almost called it the blowfa. That's that's a good name. But yeah, once the once I got the T-bow, I stopped bringing it on my main. But like when I'm just rocking like a armadillo crossbow and ruby bolts, it would be nice to have the blowpipe because blowpipe's really good for like tightrope. It's okay at mutadiles. It's yeah, that's about it. I mean, it's useful in those rooms. Not too many others. Having a hard time thinking of too many examples of really good rooms for the blowpipe. Um, Light Bear, definitely, but also um, enhanced rune pouch. Enhanced rune pouch would be nice. So that does mean we're going to be needing to run some TOA, which is like absolutely fine. I would be happy to run like solo 150 TOAs until I get what I want. I think that would be actually kind of fun. Because like absolutely no way I'm gonna spoon like a shadow. But like I could spoon like a malediction, like the Illidness ward, you know. That might happen. That'd be a straight upgrade over the malediction. Could spoon a Fang, and the Fang is really nice for a lot of bossing. Fang is not as good as it was. Definitely not. It's been nerfed so many times, but like Fang would be good for some niche stuff. I mean, also just running more TOA Fang would be good. And then Missouri would be alright as well. There's TOA. Chess, Tombs of a Mascot. Okay. Okay, so there's not that many uniques in TOA. But I mean Osmoten's Fang would be good. Light Bearer would be good. Those are easy to get. And then Missouri would also be a nice thing to go for. Problem with Missouri is it's not fortified, and I would have to fortify it. Which means grinding creep. And Creed is scary. Creed is scary for an iron because like Creed just pummels you so friggin' hard. And I could do the chin method. The chin method could make it a little bit easier, but pretty scary. It's not like the problem with Kree is there's no like method for it. With Kree, with Bandos, Zami, and Saradon and God Wars bosses, there are strats, and you can kite them, or with Zami, you can use the new Scorching Bow to freeze them. With Bandos, you can do, what is it, 7-to-1 or 9-to-1? Like, all these different techniques to take a lot less damage. Whereas Kriar is just like, fuck you, and hits you with throws a metal trash can at you. So, I want to get some really nice tank gear. Some really tanky setups before I go really heavy into Kriar. I mean, okay. If I will get the Aviancy's task thing for Slayer. The thing that lets you get Aviancy's as a task. And that would be really nice for Kriar. Because that's a huge damage and accuracy boost, which is really needed, because Kriara is a tank. So I'm thinking definitely I would need to do Saradom and God Wars first for the Armadillo Crossbow, and then Muthba, Vorkath, or Leviathan for the Ruby Bolts, and then Diamond Tip those Ruby Bolts, because goddamn is Kriara like, he's heavy. He flies, but he's heavy. %, potential. Get one more skeleton. Oh, Chambers is Eric. Good old Chambers. I mean, because Chambers has the biggest drop table of all of the raids, and also I'm gonna argue the best drop table. Okay, alright. Dexterous Prayer Scroll. 100% want that. That would be huge. Arcane Prayer Scroll. Really, really good. I want that. Twisted Buckler, direct upgrade to the Odium Ward. Definitely want that. Dragon Hunter Crossbow, a bit of a side grade, but still really good for Chambers, and if I got it early, that would make the grind a lot more fun. Din's Bulwark, I'll take it or leave it. I don't really care. It might be good for, like, wieldy content. Just tanking and trying to escape. However, the big ones that I'm looking at, Ancestral, the whole set of Ancestral, really, really important to grab. Dragon Claws, not as important now that Burning Claws are a thing, you know? But still, they would be really nice to have. Elder Maul, best in slot defense training weapon. Would be really nice. Kodai Insignia, not as good as it has been since the new Rune Pouch came out with TOA. So, like, take it or leave it. I'm probably gonna get one eventually. And then Twisted Bow. And Twisted Bow is just absolutely busted. So, like, every single reward, besides maybe the Den's Bulwark at Chambers, is good, and I want it. Problem is, I'm gonna get a lot of dupes. Just like here at Barrows, I'm gonna get a lot of dupes at Chambers. No matter how perfectly I want it to go, where I get one of each, and I just get one of each on the collection log, and every purple is a unique purple. No, I'm gonna have like 15 Dex Prayer Scrolls in the collection log by the time I get like a single mega rare. It's just, that's just how it works. I'm sorry, but that's how the game works. And I'm fine with that, you know, because Chambers is fun and chill, and I could do it all day. Um, it's really nice. So I mean, I've been doing TOB on the main, and TOB is fun, and I feel like it's a lot more doable than other raids. Like, not because of like, oh, the difficulty or the skill expression of the, no, but like definitely because of the amount of damage that you can avoid by just knowing the mechanics and doing them correctly, right? Um, when I die to, right now I have like 25 KC at TOB on the main, and when I die, I can tell why I died and what I should have done to survive, right? So I think that TOB, you know, people argue that it's the best designed raid. I think it is very, very well designed, could be the best designed, because it's, like, despite being very punishing, it's also a little bit nice to you, because it's very, very clear what mechanic killed you, why it killed you, and what you needed to do to not die. And there's always a way to survive. Like, TOA, you turn on you turn on Mind the Gap, you're out of position at the last second, you just die. There's no tick eating the fucking abyss, right? But like, you can tick eat a lot of stuff at TOB. Like, you can tick eat the Death Ball at Soat, you can tick eat the Stomp at Bloat. You can tick eat the orbs, the yellow orbs at Berserk. It's just, it's harder, definitely. It's more precise than other raids, but you can survive everything if you do it right, which is what I'm still learning. And right now I'm at the stage where I'm just like, I can't, it's hard for me to fix the mistake in the middle of the raid. Like, if I take a cabbage at Verzik, or a crab blows up near me at Verzik, and I take a bunch of damage, I can get back into cycle and, you know, finish off phase 2, but mistakes really throw me at the moment. So I'm thinking mistakes at Tob, the skill that I need to work on is just getting better at, like, getting back into cycle, I guess, or getting back into the fight after a mistake, you know? And then anyway, if I am doing Chambers as Eric for a long time, That's gonna be so much crafting, so much herb lore XP, a lot of construction XP as well. Like most of this is what I mean where I'm like, oh, then iron is seems so much more fun than a main, because like on the main, if I got a drop of like 100 sapphires and some grimy Irit, I'd be like, all right, that's trash. That's like nothing. Why do I even care about that? But like, I'm looking at the regular drop table for for a lot of things, and the regular drop table is just as exciting as like getting a unique. I mean, there's still some horrible, horrible things on the Chambers drop table, like uh, getting a 2,000 saltpeter. Like, what the hell am I gonna do with that? 20,000 pure essence from a rewards chest. Like, that's not gonna that ain't gonna do it. Um, but like teak planks, mahogany planks, dynamite for blast mining. That's really good. A whole bunch of herbs that I could get, a whole bunch of ore and gems that I could get. Like, Chambers loot looks really good. A drop table. And we can look at sort of the Tombs of a Masket drop table here. Because I wanna see normal drops. Because I know the normal drops on PoA are kinda worse than Chambers. I mean, a little bit better, a little bit worse. Dragon Dart tips, that's nice. That's actually really nice. Death runes, mahogany logs, emeralds, sapphires, raw shark, raw manta ray. That's a good one. Dragonstone, Battle staff's good. Toadflax seeds, okay. Rano seeds actually good. Torstal seeds actually good. Snapdragon seeds actually good. Dragon Medhelm, just alchemals really. Magic seeds are actually a very good drop. So that seems like a good drop to get. And then Blood Essence. Blood Essence. Good for a lot of things. Good for making a whole bunch of blood runes, which I will be doing. Okay. TOP drop table. I'm trying to think. Theater of Blood has some of the best uniques. So I'm thinking, what's the regular loot look like? Because from what I was doing on the main, the regular loot looked pretty good too. A Verdict Defender, definitely a good one. Of course, I mean it's just that it's just Biff. It's Verdict Defender is just this. That's all there is to it. Drowsy Rapier, kind of fell off when Fang was released. There's no real good place to use the Drowsy Rapier at the moment. That could change in the future, but right now it's not great. Sang Staff, huge. I would love Sang Staff. Scythe, of course, it's the mega rare. Everyone wants Scythe. But honestly, my problem with Scythe is the charges. The charge upkeep is going to be hell on that. And then Justy armor. And Justy... Justy's fine. Justy could be better, could be worse. But here's what I really want to see is... Monumental Chest. Show me something good. Nothing. Okay. That's all the hard mode stuff. Okay, so Vials of Blood. Okay, those are useful for the scythe. You need those for the scythe. Uh, Death runes, blood runes. I mean, okay, decent. Swamp tar, kind of pointless. Who cares? Coal, okay. Gold, good. Molten glass, good. Adamant rune, good. Wine of Zamorak, good for ranging potions. Potato cactus, I think those are for magic potions. And who really uses a magic potion when you can just get an imbued heart? Just do Slayer until you get an imbued heart. It's really not that easy. That it's really not that easy, but it's also not that hard. Yeah, magic potions are kind of useless, but also decently good. What else is on the TOB drop table? Cadentine, Avanto, Toadflax, Quarm, Irrit, Ranar, Snapdragon, Latin Diet, Dwarf, Weed, and Torstal. Okay. Um, all decent herbs. Nothing stand out there. I mean, Snapdragon and Ranar are pretty standard. Um, but, you know, whatever. Battle Staffs, okay, fine. And then some Alkables. And then Palm Tree, Yew, Magic, and Mahogany Seeds. Um, and those are all really, really good. So, yeah. The goal is raids. The goal for this account is raids and late game PVM. Um, gonna take me a while because we're, you know, one step at a time, one boss grind at a time. Okay. I'm actually gonna step away for a second. I'll be right back. Just give me like 2 minutes. Um, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Give me a few minutes. I'll be right back. Okay. All right. I am back. All right. Hello, Taylor. Welcome. Yeah. Just sticking on the Barrows grind. I will not be out of here until I have... I mean... I don't need to green log, but I feel like with my luck, my last item that I'm gonna get is gonna be the Carol's Top. I'm just gonna green log it by accident out of spite because I want that Carol's Top. I don't care if it takes me the whole fucking log to get it. I'm gonna get that top. So the plan right now, Carol's Top into, like, Amulet of Glory. If I want my Amulet of Glory, I'm gonna need to start on my seaweed runs. You know what? I'll do that after this trip. After this trip, I'll figure out how I'm gonna do my... Because, like, might as well start early with the giant seaweed. Giant seaweed is gonna be huge for the account. Glowing glass is gonna be probably the easiest way to get my crafting up. And I don't want, I do not want to do charter ships to fucking 75 crafting. That seems awful. So yeah, so I'll figure out my giant seaweed runs, soon-ish. Okay, Gutham's in the tunnel. Easy, easy. But, what else? I mean, Perilous Moons would be cool, I guess, but, like, I've already gotten so much Barrows gear. It's not like I need the Perilous Moons gear. The Blood Moon gear is gonna be huge. I love that. Love that for me. I do think... Here. Let's see. Carol's set. Carol's set. Carol's tainted equipment versus TL hide. Huey hide armor. Okay. I'm just looking at the stats here. Huey hide would actually be really nice. Let me. Okay. Huey hide versus Carol's. Okay, Carol's hood. -1, 7, 7, 7, 6, 9, 12, 6, 10. Then 7, 4, 7, 10, 5, 8. That's the defense bonuses. Yeah, I mean, Huey hide has same attack bonus as Carol's. A little bit less defense, I think. No, 30, 55, 47, 60. 47, 60. Yeah, I mean, Carol's is better, like, mage tank and range tank, but come on, Huey hide comes with, like, fairly equivalent stats and also prayer bonus. And yeah, I like prayer bonus. Prayer bonus is cool, and Huey Hide looks cool, and I want it. And I also want the Dragon Hunter wand. So Huey is definitely a spot that I'm going to be stopping at and probably grinding out for a while. I mean, I'll hold on to Carol's. I'll hold on to... There's no reason for me to, like, ditch the lower tier armors until I get, like, this. So I'll probably... I mean, I'm probably going to end up having, like, Carol's in there. Carol's taking up space in the bank. Huey Hyde taking up space in the bank. And also maybe the Eclipse Moon. The range set from Moons taking up space in the bank. So, like, that's 3 different armor sets. Don't really know which one's gonna be the most commonly used. If I had to guess, I would say the Huey Hide, because it's just non-degradable. So that would probably be best for, like, Slayer and stuff like that. But then again, I mean, Barrows gear is really not that hard to repair. It takes money, and that's the big issue for me, is getting a decent moneymaker, which I feel like Slayer's just gonna be that moneymaker. So many good options for making money in Slayer. And let's kill this skeleton as well. Because he hit me and made me angry, so skeleton has to die. But I would like to see a double chest. Double chest would be neat to see. Okay, now we can just sort of run through and get to the chest. Oop. Hello, open the door, please. Thank you. And show me something. Nah. And how many chaos runes do I need? That's another question. How many chaos runes do I need to get an onyx? Chaos runes for an onyx. How many chaos runes with chronometer gloves 1 does it take to buy an uncut onyx? 28,800. 28,800 chaos runes. Okay. I feel like that is doable. I mean, what am I sitting at here? Yeah, 48k. 48k chaos. I can definitely get myself an onyx, like, super easy. And so, like, then the question is, do I go for... Here, let me... A lot of things to consider. Jewelry. And we want the Onyx Amulet. Oh, so 85 crafting for the Onyx Amulet. That's gonna hurt. That's gonna take a while. But, like, 70... I could stop off at 75 for the Dragonstone, but, like, come on. I've gotta commit. If I can get the Onyx now, might as well grab the Onyx and then just go straight for the Fury. Because I have the... I mean, I have the Karamju gloves already. I can get the... I can definitely get that Onyx, like, right away. Or, I mean, whenever I need it. So... At this point, it's just figuring out a good way to grind crafting. And I have a feeling that that grind is going to be mostly, damn it, why do they always take my combo eats? Yeah, I feel like my crafting grind is going to be mostly blowing glass, which is why I need to start my seaweed runs. You know, do Beneath Cursed Sands for that amulet, and then mine sandstone in the desert. Sandstone in the desert, giant seaweed, farming, and how long does giant seaweed take to grow? OSRS, giant seaweed. Giant seaweed. Farming giant seaweed. Giant seaweed patch is unlocked at level 23 farming. After planting seaweed spore, plants give 19 farming experience. Harvesting yields 21 experience for each giant seaweed picked. Takes approximately 40 minutes for it to fully grow. A minimum of 3 can be collected per patch, with the average amount harvested between 15 to 55 if ultra compost used, and over 40 with the use of Addis seeds, depending on one's farming level. Magic secators do not increase yield at giant seaweed. Okay, good to know. So every 40 minutes I could do a seaweed run, and if I just stay on top of it, yeah, if I just stay on top of the seaweed runs, I'll be pretty much set. So I think that's what I'm going to do after stream, is get my seaweed runs. I mean, maybe during stream. I mean, I said I was going to do it after last trip. After this trip, I promise. I'll do a seaweed run. I'll figure out how to farm seaweed. Look at the bank and see if I have any seaweed spores, I guess. Also gotta figure out a good way to farm seaweed spores. Okay. Oh, Twin Flame staff would be so nice here if I had it. But I ran out of prayer pots. So, yeah, no prayer pots means no Royal Titans, means no Twin Flame staff, and also no Baby Raids prayers. I mean, it's only 1 in 70. It's not going to take super long to get those. Or even the Twin Flame staff. The Twin Flame staff should come pretty quickly. Twin Flame staff would actually be really busted for Zulrah. So, yeah, there's a lot of items I want to get. A lot of stuff on the checklist. But Barrows is a big piece of the puzzle. I feel like, I mean, After Carol's, after I get the Carol's piece that I need, I could go straight to the fire cave, get my fire cape, and be done with that. Because I'm currently editing a video on like my first journey into Ironman. Um, and it's mostly just like showing off the loot that I went for. Oh no, I got the nerd log warning. 4 hours online? Oh geez. But yeah, I mean, full carols, ranger boots, um, Barrows gloves. I mean, a glory would be really nice. A glory would be nice to have. However, glory means lots of crafting, so we'll figure it out. We will figure it out. Okay, I'm gonna kill all the skeletons in this room. Year progression list for 2025. Lador's chart. Lador's interactive Ironman progression chart. Okay. Got that. That. I do not have that. That. Do not have those. Have that. Have that. And that. Oh, I don't have a gym patch yet. Don't have any construction things unlocked yet. Don't have... Okay, we got bigger and badder unlocked. 70 prayer we got. Don't have 69 slayer. We do have broader fletching. Nothing great there. Don't have elite void. Okay. Okay. All right. Time to figure out seaweed runs. How are we going to be doing our seaweed runs? OSRS seaweed farming. Seaweed farming. 6-minute video. Let's click on that and play it at double speed, so that I can hear it faster. Let's see. Where's the compost thingy? Is that flowers special? Okay, compost bins. Yeah, I mean, okay. Here's what I'll do. Let's throw on all of this. Throw on that. Throw on that. And what do I need? I need a bunch of buckets. Where are my buckets? Are they in here? Yes, here are all my buckets. Okay. I'll go just collect all my compost. Yeah, I'll just collect all my compost, and then it'll be super compost. And then I'll fill the compost buckets back up, and then from then I will have finished watching this video, and I can effectively farm seaweed. Okay. Seaweed farming is dead simple. My problem is how am I gonna get the spores for it? How to get AFK seaweed spores. Yeah, farming seaweed spores is gonna be annoying. Um, there's no good way around it. Seaweed spores are gonna be kind of annoying to get forever. Nothing really I can do about that, but seaweed spores are necessary, absolutely necessary for crafting. I didn't make the game. There's just no really better way to farm seaweed or to grind crafting. Here, hold on. Ironman crafting training. Yeah, super glass make and then glass blowing. Charter ships are a horrible way to do it. Remember to close the compost bin. Crafting battle staves. Yeah, I mean, crafting battle staves is fine, but it's a daily. But that's a really simple one. Just get orbs, powered orbs from like PVM. Like Perilous Moons is gonna have huge amounts of Perilous Moons will have huge amounts of water orbs for me. So that'll be nice. And then we need a Catherby teleport. So let's empty that, and then we take that, and we'll take that as well. And then might as well just fire and water as well. That's blood, that's not fire. Fire and water. For all the teleports. And get our buckets. And off to Camelot. Or Catherby. Unfortunately, I only have, well, you know, fuck it. I'll grab more pineapples from the charter ship here. because I'm going to need a lot of super compost. I'm always going to need compost, so it doesn't make sense to just, like, take a set of compost and then not fill the composter back up. And pineapples they're right here at the charter ships. Right over there, so. Why wouldn't I go ahead and get them? Crafting orbs, yeah, cutting gems. This method becomes viable once the player obtains a fire cape and the accured approximately 3.2 mil. 3.2 mil. Doable. I mean, it'll take a while. Great. Someone's shooting out fireworks again. I was getting pineapples. Okay. And I'll check the bank to see if I have anything. Probably have some seaweed spores. Not enough to, like, comfortably be farming seaweed every single time. But, you know, whatever. Do we have seaweed spores? Mushroom spores. No, we just have 100 seaweed. We don't have any seaweed spores. So that's the next thing to grind. I'll start on the seaweed spore grind. Shouldn't take super long. But our herb stacks are looking pretty good. I mean, I'm not hurting for herb lore at the moment. So. But let's go ahead and get some pineapples. And we need 4 world hops of pineapples, and we'll be good to go for the rest of this raid. Stardust from Crash Shards, a bag full of gems for 300 Stardust. A non-intensive AFK method. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of methods to. There's a lot of potential methods for grinding, crafting on the iron, but I'm eligible to drink from the Tears of Guthix, so I think I'll do that after this quick compost run. I'll probably do Tears of Guthix and then figure out how to farm seaweed spores. Yeah. Seaweed spores would be nice. They're very necessary. And do you have 15 pineapples for me? Thank you. And then one last trip. And then, like, crafting is going to be hard for a long time. Um, but like when I do get to Vorkath, I mean, dragon hide gear. A lot of dragon hides from Vorkath. That's a lot of crafting XP. I might just grind out Vorkath for that. Grind out Vorkath for prayer and um, for prayer and for dragon hides for that. And let's head back to a world with decent ping. And did I hop worlds or am I still in the bad world? Yeah. Fastest way to farm seaweed spores from the Ironman Ironscape Reddit. And Civitas Illafortis. Easy. 1. You can do an AFK and stand still at the seaweed patches and collect the random spawns. Should get a bunch just AFK like fletching or alking or something. Okay. 2. You could kill lobstrosities, either with a brine saber or a trident, and get them like that. When you farm seaweed, there's a pretty good chance that you get spores back you farmed because the random spawns near the patches. Hope that helps. I thought so was to get 50 spores and just... Oh, what the heck? Oh. Death's office is here. I didn't even realize I clicked on that. Okay. Yeah, I mean, looks like you just sort of gotta AFK to hang around until seaweed spores start spawning. Just elk underwater and pick them up as they spawn. Yeah, that seems like the common consensus. All right. Exchange on the tool lipper can and store all of my super compost. And again, look at the wish list for raids 1. Zemi Hasta would be really, really nice. Zemi Godsword would also be really good. 10, 5, okay. D-pick. That one's going to be rough. It's going to be a rough one to get no matter which way you want to get it. Wildy bosses, not horrible. Like, what's it called? Vedion, Calvarion, super easy boss to grind, but also PKers. Same thing with all the other. I do the singles version of the Wildy bosses. I mean, Voidwaker is clearly like worth going for eventually. Might just take a while before I really go for a Void Waker. But if I eventually do want to go to Nex, and when I do Nex, I like to do a hybrid ranged melee where you're using the Fang and the Void Waker for a lot of the fight, and only when you are like forced to range is when you swap to whatever crossbow or ranged weapon you have. Because the Fang is just so strong in Nex. It's worth it. It's definitely worth it. It's like getting buckets. And off to Falador? Yeah, Falador. All right, Mr. Compost Bin, give me your goodies. Okay. Okay. Overview. The game can be represented early, mid, and end game. Early game consists of questing, training skills to 60 to 70, and acquiring best in slot Ironman mid game gear. Common gear milestones include rune crossbow, broad bolts, dragonhide armor, fire cape, fighter torso, Barrows gloves, dragon defender, Ivan staff, imbued god cape, berserker ring eye, and black mask. All good goals to have. All goals that I'm getting fairly close to. I mean, I have the runes to go for the imbued god cape. I could do that like off stream right now. Only problem is I would need to buy all of the staffs and then cast it all 100 times. It's annoying to do, but I can do it. It is annoying. Mid-game Iron Man. Barrows and Moon's armor sets and weaponry. Yep. That's definitely what I'm doing right now. Elite Void. Elite Void's gonna take a minute and a lot of chompy kills. Deadeye and Mystic Vigor and the Twin Flame Staff. That's another one really good. Amulet of Fury. 85 crafting. That's sort of the puzzle I'm currently wrestling with. Yeah, so Amulet of Fury. I have the Chaos Runes for it. So affording it isn't the problem. It's grinding up the crafting level for it. That is the problem. 85 crafting is a hell of a grind. That's gonna hurt quite a bit. Ten, 5. Okay, and then we go to house. And that puts me right here by the farming patch. Okay. Oh no, the music. Not the not the music. Oh jeez, that has jump scared me with that horrible farming music. Yeah, but I think that's what I'll do after stream is go for the imbued god cape. Ooh, I don't know if I have the prayer pots to do that though. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, farming is coming along nicely, but not the easiest, and also no real consistent way to get prayer. Everything comes back to Hunter. Everything comes back to those Moonlight Moth mixes, because I'm not gonna get a consistent source of Ranar seeds for a long time. It's just not gonna happen. 10 and 5, and also we want to pull out the ectophile. Ectophile to quickly get to Port Phasmatis for that. Farming patch. Okay. Barrows, Elite Void, Deadeye, Mystic Vigor, Amulet Fury, Scorching Bow, Emberlight, Burning Claws. Those will be big. I feel like a lot of my mid-game for this account is just going to be Slayer. There's so much good loot you get from Slayer, and I'm just going to take every opportunity to beat Kraken boss, because Kraken boss is stupid easy and will give me plenty of loot. Trident of the Seas, definitely a good one to get. And then Tent Whip. Tent Whip is going to be also very good. I do want to have... I mean, let me see. What are the levels on that? So we get Abyssal Demons at 85, right? And then we'll have like 2 levels of grinding Abyssal Demons, just for the whip and maybe the dagger, and then Cave Krakens after that. So by the time I do, hopefully by the time I get the tentacle, Abyssal Tentacle, I'll have a couple of whips. Actually, let's look. Is Abbey Sire. Abyssal Sire. Is Abyssal Sire worth grinding out? I mean, if I got the Demon Bane, if I got the Demon Bane weapons, Abyssal Sire would be super easy to grind out. But, like, is the Abyssal Bludgeon, or... Abyssal Bludgeon might be worth it. Abyssal Dagger, probably not worth it. I mean, you never know. It could work out. But like Abyssal Bludgeon for Crush would be great for like Nightmare. If I ever went to Nightmare, I mean, why would I? What good reason could I have for grinding out? I mean, the Eldritch Nightmare Staff would be sick to get, but that's so rare. That's very rare. I'd have to start doing like Fosanis if I wanted that, and Fosani's improved a bit. I could see myself doing a bit of Fosanis. But Abyssal Bludgeon should be fairly, quick and easy to grind out. I'd say like a couple of Abyssal Sire tasks would get me the Bludgeon. And then I wouldn't have to go back to Sire, because Sire is not a fun boss. Tania, that's right, that's why we got the Ectophile. Yeah, I mean... And then... We have the level for Basilisk Knights. There's a combo spin. Combo spin and this one sort of blends in. Abyssal Whip from Abbey Demons, easy. Trident of the Seas from Cave Kraken, easy. Dragon Warhammer from Lizardman Shamans, not so easy, but Shaman tasks are fairly common. So I don't think I'd go super dry for a Warhammer. And I mean, they did buff the drop rate since last time I went for it. So it should be even easier to get now. Basilisk Jaw, again, that's just one that's going to take time and be kind of annoying. Bow of Faradinin. Again, I don't know if I'm going to go for the Bow of Faradinin, the Bofa. It's a huge range upgrade. It's really good. It's really good. I should get it. I will get it. I'm not going to be happy getting it. I'll be happy when I get it. I'm not going to be happy grinding for it, is what I mean. Ceradobin Bruise. Hell yeah. That's 72 herb lore? 72 is ranging potions. 73 weapon poison. 77, 80 bastion potion. Sarah Bruise is 81. Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to get 90 herb lore anyway. Might as well, the Knights from Demonic Gorillas, just gonna get that through Slayer slowly. Toxic Blowpipe, all the Zulrah, all the Zulrah items will come pretty easily. Yeah, I mean, a lot of goals are solved through Slayer. Occult Necklace, Slayer. Primordial Boots, Slayer. Rancor Amulet, Slayer. Dragon Hunter Lance, Slayer. Dragon Boots, also Slayer. Okay. Where are we going? Let's just go Monastery Teleport. And let's make our way over to Fossil Island. go to Fossil Island, grab ourselves a few seaweed spores. What do we need for that? We need dig site pendant, diving apparatus, and then rake, shovel, seed dibber. And then also just this and this, so that after this seaweed run, Fossil Island. Mushroom Meadow. Uh-oh. USB devices connected to your computer has malfunctioned. Windows does not recognize it. I hope that wasn't something important. Okay, travel rowboat. Sail out to... God damn it. Sail out to sea. And then we can dive. And now I think we just hang out here until seaweed spawns. Yeah, so sitting around waiting for seaweed to spawn. And I think I need to... Do I have ground items on? Oh, I know what it is. My keyboard got unplugged. Ground items. Sawdust towel, take the keg of beer. White berries. Why are white berries hidden? White berries are good to have. Infernal ashes. And we also do comma. Is that how you spell it? No, it's seaweed. Seaweed spore. Yeah, I mean, okay. Now we just wait. Should be highlighted purple when they do appear. How long for spores to spawn? We'll see. And hopefully it's not just like a single seaweed spore per. Seems random. Okay. That's unfortunate. Not much we can do here. I mean, just gotta wait. Longest would be like 5 minutes. Cool. Yeah, so, I mean, I might as well, you know, scroll through the... Scroll through the Reddit. Ooh, there's a seaweed spore. See what's been going on in the old school Reddit recently. Two 2007 scape. Let's do best of hot. Okay. Cha-cha-cha-cha. And here, let me see. Can go ahead and rake some, rake up this patch, see how many spores we need. Hopefully we only need one. Let's grab super compost and seaweed spore. Perfect. We only need one per patch. That's really nice. Okay. Then we can just drop those weeds. Okay, this does not seem bad at all. Like, if I have some alking to do, I could do it down here and just grab the seaweed spores as they show up. But, like, as it stands now, I could just, you know, hang out. Every time I do a seaweed run, just hang out, wait for a couple seaweed spores to spawn. And, yeah, throw them in there. I really should have started this earlier so that I would actually have a decent stack of seaweed. Ooh, someone got beaver pet at 4 wood cutting. That's huge. Alright, just hanging out, waiting for the seaweed spore. That's nice. This is nice music here. I may... Actually, real quick. While no one's looking, I may... Take out all of my thingies that I need for the upcoming process. Okay. That. Where is the last thing? Right here? It's right here. There we go. Okay. Just not doing anything in particular. Just waiting for the seaweed spores to show up. So. Nice, and a nice little break from Barrows. I'm gonna hang out down here for a while and just get all the spores I need. Okay. Nothing to do but wait around. I know I could go grind for a brine saber and kill lobstrosities. That's definitely an option. However, have you considered brine rats cringe? It's been scientifically proven that brine rats are cringe and dumb. So, no point in going for that. Especially if, I mean, if this method of just hanging out and waiting for seaweed spores to show up, if this turns out to be like, okay, there's no need to farm lobstrosities. Okay. Show me that spore, please. I would like to see it. And plant it. I know I could do, like, drift net. Can you get seaweed spores from drift net fishing? God, I do not want to do drift net fishing on an iron. There's so much setup for that. I know it's really good XP, but, like, ugh, yikes. Drift net fishing does not sound fun on the iron. Just waiting for another spore to pour. Seaweed spore, whenever you're ready. There it is. Ooh, 3 seaweed spores. That's very nice. Okay. Yeah, let's plant that. Seaweed spore goes in there. And then, if you could, sir, give me some super compost. And yeah, okay. Officially have started our seaweed runs. Okay, back to Barrows then. Back to Barrows. Let's get geared up. I don't think I'll be taking errands. I think I'll stick with our void setup. Air staff, bolt racks, that, steel ring. What else? I'll figure out what else I need. Book of Darkness. Yeah, Book of Darkness. And Mage Cape. Okay, and then we go here. Empty, and then 6,000, 6,000, 6,001. Draw 1. Draw a coin. Draw the ectoplasmator. Get the Draymond staff and the Artie cloak. And grab a spade. And this should be our setup. Okay. Where did I put my seaweed spores? Go in tab 2. And they go right here with the rest of the special seeds. Then we take 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the rest that, and we're good to go. Let me just finish up what I was doing while AFK at the seaweed. Just going to finish up this AFK activity. More of an activity to do while you are AFK. Okay. And one of those, and we're all set. Okay. I'll probably do this one run of Barrows, and then I gotta take a break real quick. Okay. We're on the drainage staff. Off to BKR. Don't take my combo food, please. I would really prefer to have all my combo eats at Barrows. Oath plate seems Oath plate seems like the move if I'm going for for anything, it's got to be Oathblade over Bandos, 100%. Although Bandos God Sword is really important for TOB and a lot of other PVM stuff. So one way or another, I'm stuck at Bandos. That is what I'm saying. But Bandos is not that bad, especially if I can get like I'm thinking of all these like techniques I would do on the main, but I'm gonna have to learn like the 5-to-1 or 5-0 method on Bandos. Priara is gonna be the absolute most annoying God Wars boss to fight. Even worse than Nex. I mean, Nex really drains your supplies, but, like, at least the loot's worth it. Kriara, the loot's worth it, but it just drains your supplies a lot. And also, it's sort of the least essential God Wars boss to grind. Because, like, what Iron Man needs an AGS, right? What Iron is gonna be going out there with an AGS being like, yep, this is my spec weapon. There's absolutely no better spec weapon I could possibly use than an Armadillo God Sword. Like, what the heck? No. I mean, it would be cool to get, but I don't think I'd ever use it. And then the Armadillo armor, it's like alright. It's good. It's like second Bis, but it's really kind of a noob trap. It doesn't give you any range strength, and like offensive stats are fine. They're better than like tier 70 stuff, but until you get like Missouri, there's really no good reason to go for killing Kriara. And also with my Slayer tasks, I really want to focus on creatures that actually have a chance for a superior. Because, like, I got to over 30 million Slayer XP on the main. I don't know where it's at right now. I did take a break from Slayer and focus more on raids on the main. But, like, 31... over 99, like well over 99 Slayer. Almost double 99 Slayer. Actually, more than double 99 Slayer. And no imbued heart, right? So, I think... Now, honestly, I do think the reason I never got an imbued heart on the main is because I did so much Slayer bossing. I did so much bossing that, like, I never saw a Superior Araxite. I never saw a Superior Smoke Devil. Like the creatures, even Hydras. I mean, Hydras suck to do anyway, and you might as well just do Alchemical Hydra if you're there. But like the creatures with the best chance of getting the imbued heart are the ones that I've done the least of. So, the first thing I got on this account for Slayer unlocks was bigger and badder. It's like, I want every chance. I want every single chance. No matter what the Slayer level is, you have a chance at getting the imbued heart. So, go for it, right? Might as well. But imbued heart, and then grind Muspa for saturated heart. Right? Saturated heart comes from the stuff you get from Muspa. Pretty sure. You can mine it too, but like who's mining that? Muspa is a boss that's fun anyway. So like I don't mind grinding it. And also Venator Bow. Venator bow would be really nice, and it's essentially required, the Venator bow, for the Colosseum. So, I do not mind grinding Muspa. Muspa is a decent boss, and I'd be happy to do it. I just really hope that I have an imbued heart to upgrade by the time I get to Muspa. And if I don't, then I'll be sad, because imbued heart is really, really good, and I want one. And Slayer is how I will get it. Oh, jeez. I forgot it was Darox here, so we're gonna have to be a tank. An absolute tank. Max hit is 56, so I live these, even if he maxes on me. But still, it's a little bit spooky when he's the last guy. If I was paying attention, I would have safe spotted him in one of the outer rooms, but you know, we're here now. This is the situation we're in. Alright, alright. Carol's top. No. 433 chests. Okay, let's take a look at the collection log. Yeah. I mean, the dupes that we have gotten, I'll be honest, besides like Varrox flails, the dupes that we have gotten have been pretty good ones to get. I mean, each Aaron's robe skirt is like 1 mil for the death coffers. All the Darox pieces are really good for death coffers. Aram's hood's not great. Carol's leather skirt's not great. But yeah, I have 18 out of 25. Getting closer to that juicy Varrox plate skirt and Carol's leather top, but the more uniques we get, the more likely it is we get a dupe. That's just how the maths out. It's annoying, but yeah. I expect like reasonably I could get spooned and get like the shit I need in the next like 100 chests. But I'd say like I'm guessing I'm gonna have everything I want between like 600 and 700 chests. So that's going to take me quite a bit to get done. But I'm just gonna make the run up to the Barrows brothers, and then I'm going to go and take a break real quick. Stretch my legs, get some water, go outside for a minute. This is one of my longest streams. I mean, I've been streaming for, geez, 3 hours now? Alright, that's fine. Just take the crumble on from me. I do not mind. But like genuinely, I'll be happy, I'll be satisfied to leave once I get the Carol's top. Varrox skirt is like, it would be nice, it's not necessary. Same with Guthans. Guthans would be really nice to have, but not like essential. But I mean, there's no better time to grab Guthans than right now. So why don't you just give me the Guthans pieces, Barrows? A double chest with both Guthans pieces? That would be neat. I don't think that's possible. I don't think you can get a double chest with 2 pieces from the same brother. I think you can only get 1 piece per brother. Okay. Give me a bit. I'll be back. whoa, 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 whoa. All right. Let's do some more Barrows. Okay. All right. Okay. Had to move some things around, but we are ready for this Carol's Top. Alright, what was I doing? Oh yeah, I was looking at, player bosses. Player bosses that I could do. Player is such a good skill. And it would give me all of the items that I want. I could go to a Mock Liotl? I still... More names just fuck me up. I'm sorry. I'm sure, I'll get used to them. It's probably just because they're new. But... Moxie can give those hammers, which would be good at Perilous Moons. Could go to Sarachnis for the cudgel. I mean, not great, but it's a decent crush weapon. Okay, Carol in the crypts. That's not great. But we have all our double eats, so we'll just save those for Carol, because I feel like we're going to use quite a few of those. Alright. I'm thinking. So, Barrow's definitely gonna be my main source of gear, and then medium clues. Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. Or, no, medium clues, maybe not medium clues first. Maybe I do Mage Training Arena first. Oh, and something else I should do. Where are the seaweed? I can turn an alarm on the seaweed, because that's every 40 minutes. So if I'm consistent with every 40 minutes on the seaweed runs, then crafting really shouldn't be a problem. Oh yeah, and I forgot I can do what's it called? Tears of Guthix right now. What would I level with Tears of Guthix? Construction. Okay, that's fine. Construction is... It's a pretty good one to have as your Tears of Guthix. Rune crafting I can definitely keep above construction, because Guardians of the Rift is... it's very accessible. And I did get spooned that Colossal Pouch at Guardians of the Rift, so that makes that whole grind a lot nicer. Man, I wish people had already run out of fireworks. They're still shooting fireworks off outside. I'm sure, you know, it's gonna be going on for like the rest of the month because, you know, after the 4th of July, fireworks get fairly cheap. Uh, like they're no, they're probably still just as expensive, but like people buy too many or just have a bunch left over. Or some of them, I don't know about like how long they have, how long they last, what the shelf life is, but I'm sure it's like you got them, so you got to use them kind of thing. All right. Humble Carols doesn't even hit me that hard. Okay, give me your shirt, buddy. Nope. Oh. Okay. Well, I have been streaming for like 3.5 hours. I'm probably gonna call it a night. But yeah, thanks everyone who stopped by. Unfortunately, the only thing we got today was a Torag's plate body, which was not fun. But yeah, I'll catch y'all next time. Have a good one.